Hello pretties, welcome to Most Real. So today we're doing something a little bit different. I am doing my build your own palette BYOP of the month of May. My dogs, Jesus. But I don't have a lot of pictures to show you for the last 2 months, even though I skipped a month because I honestly barely touched it. So this is what I was working with. Nope, that's not it. This is what I was working with last time. And although I did use it a couple of times, I really only took one photo. So there's that. But edited me, do your job. All right, you should have seen the one photo that I have. I am gonna put these back for now, and I'm gonna create a new palette for this next month. I am actually also, oh, give me a second. All right, I'm back. Had to try to calm my dogs down. I don't know how long it'll last. I might end up having to kick them out, but I am getting ready because today is my first day at my first job. So after I create my palette, I'm going to create a look with it. And essentially, we're going to be here for the entire creation of my face for my first day of work. And we're going to talk about it because why not? I'm a little nervous and a little giddy, but let's get started. It is a new job. So I don't know what is appropriate yet. I mean, I know them, but I don't know them that well, you know? So I'm not going to go crazy. So I'm going to keep it pretty neutral for the majority of the month, just because again I don't know what to expect. So I'm gonna start with these shades right here, and I'm actually gonna grab both of these. They're a little bit larger. This is from the Sephora collection. I did get my 12 pan. I normally do a 9 pan, but because these are a little larger than normal, I figured it might be good. And from my Los Angeles shades, I'm gonna get these 3 mattes right here. I feel like they're gonna help me create a good look. Okay, so again, I'm gonna keep it pretty neutral for this month. Slightly pinky mauvey, but for the most part pretty warm. But from my Makeup Geek ones, the new ones, I actually got quite a few nude shades. So I'm gonna go with these 4 right here. I don't know why that looks very nude, but it's actually quite peachy. I'm not going for peachy today. So let's do those. Again, not trying to reinvent the wheel. Okay, so after I filmed a video yesterday with my whole update, this completely shattered. By the way, I created a new Instagram account called Vesterville. So I kind of mentioned the name of the YouTube channel. And I kind of took like pictures of how I ended up having to repress this shade because it completely shattered. That's never happened to me before. Like, I've seen it happen obviously on YouTube where like someone's making a video or something and then all of a sudden you just see it and it just like crumbles on the ground, and it happened to me. I was pretty shocked when it did, but it happened. All right, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So I have 9 shades as it is. I can probably squeeze one more shade in. Something just a little more fun. So I'm thinking Gimmick right here because it has like a green undertone, but it's not too green, but it's just like the small hint of green. There's also this right here, Tea Garden, that has again some of that green undertone, but it has very strong golden undertone, which again is more neutral. So that might be an option. I'm also thinking Glass Bowl right here. That's an option. I feel like I've been putting Glass Bowl a lot lately. This is an option right here too. Again, it has more of that green undertone. What's the name of this shade again? This is from Cleona. Oh gosh, Toadstool. Toadstool's an option. Let's see. Same thing from ColourPop because I don't have any ColourPop this time. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with Glass Bowl. Does it fit? Yes, it does. All right. So this is our final palette. This is what we're working with. And again, pretty neutral. I don't know what to expect at this job. I don't know what is acceptable and what isn't. So there's that. I have already primed. Sorry, I'm trying to put all my eyeshadows away. If you don't know how I start my makeup, I'll put my makeup organizing thing right here. I have over 50 minutes right now to get ready. So let's do that. Let's just get ready. I need cream matte shade. Just to, yeah. I forgot to set to my eyeshadow primer. There you go. Words. Okay, maybe this is not going to be a good get ready with me because I can't even come up with words. I am planning on having a pretty bold lip, which I know you're saying really on your first day, but I'm also know that we have to wear masks at this job because when I went to the interview, I had to wear a mask, and everybody else that was in the interview was wearing a mask too. So even if I wear a pretty bold lip, because it's gonna be a liquid lipstick, no one's gonna know that I have a pretty deep and a bold lip. So I'm gonna make my lips the star of the show today, and again, just trying to keep it pretty neutral, pretty simple. I expect my eyeshadow to not take too long to create the eye look, and just gonna go with it. All right. Preparing for this job, I was super excited. At my previous job, I took a backpack to work because I just carried so much stuff with me on a day-to-day basis. It just made more sense. But now I feel like I don't have to do that. I'm gonna go with Tan Tan, my favorite shade. It has a pretty nice dip in it. Anyway, I used to carry a backpack, so I was pretty excited today to to empty it out and just kind of put everything away and transition everything into an actual purse. I haven't taken a purse to work since before I got my promotion at my previous job, because I didn't need to. And then once I got the promotion, I was carrying so much stuff with me, it just made more sense to just carry a backpack, which again, pros and cons, wins and cons. I am pretty nervous to go to this first job. My first job at this new job. I have not been at a new job for almost 5 years. It would have been 6 weeks from now, my 5-year anniversary of my previous company. So I'm a little nervous. I don't know what to expect. It's very different from what I was doing before. I'm pretty much creating, because they've never had an HR department before. So heading and building an HR department from the ground up, which I've never had to do that before, but I'm pretty excited. I've been in HR for almost 7 years now. So I'm pretty excited to be able to have this opportunity to, create things my way and the way I would want to do them, where I think it's more functional. Because there's a lot of things on my previous job I'm like, I don't think that works, but whatever, you'll do whatever works for you, right? I'll just work along. And sure enough, a lot of times it was so much more work. And I did learn a lot at my previous job, so I'm pretty excited to be able to take some of those, things that I know and transition them over. If you hear my girls, they're huskies and they're talkers, so you're just gonna hear them talking a lot. I don't think I set my eyeshadow primer very well because I'm having a hard time blending a little bit, and I've used this shadow many times and I've never ever had issues blending that, or I'm maybe having an issue with my mini eyeshadow brush and I'm just having a hard time blending because it's so tiny. That might be it too, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm struggling a little bit, and I think it's because I don't think I said it right. But oh well. And I can feel it getting stuck in the eyeshadow primer. Like the eyeshadow is getting stuck in the eyeshadow primer. Interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. There we are. How beautiful. All right. I feel like this eye is not as intense as this one. I don't know, not as colorful. So I'm just gonna a little bit more in the outer corner and blend it in. All right, so anyway, I'm really excited, really nervous. I can't stop shattering, which is why I knew I had to do a get ready with me, just to kind of get it out of my system so that I'm not acting all nervous and crazy at the job. I haven't been doing interviews. I haven't had to do interviews, or at least me getting interviewed for a very long time. So when I went to this job opportunities interview, I was nervous. I was sweating so bad. I was like, keep your elbows down, keep your arms down, make sure nobody can see it, because it was embarrassing. Oh my gosh. And it's Texas, okay? It's hot. So I was not wearing a blazer or anything, and in my head I'm like, I should have worn a blazer or something, because it was so incredibly hot. I was embarrassed. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the Makeup Geek shade, the darker brown, just to deepen the outer corner a little bit. What I like about all these shades that I got from Makeup, give me a second. All right, we'll see how this works. All my dogs are in here now, so we'll see. Anyway, I something that I really like about all these Makeup Geek shades that I got are that they have this like yellowy undertone, which I feel like makes them a little bit easier to blend into my skin tone. Because I have like warm olive undertones, so this just worked out perfect. Just again, really soft, simple look. I'm not trying to do it too crazy. And I personally did not want to get any warm, like orangey warm shades in this palette, because my Panda palette leans very orange, so I kind of just wanted to let that be it. I don't need any more orange. I don't know what happened to me. Well, damn. I used to be really into orangey shades. So if I go through some of my old palettes and some of my single shadows from before, I can see that aesthetic where there's quite a few orangey shades, and it's just not aesthetic. I think I lean more towards yellow warms, like yellow undertoned oranges, and these are browns, and more neutral browns. I feel like that's really where I excel. I'm sorry, but I want to let them play now, because once me and my boyfriend go to work, my youngest Gaia, she can't not be in the cage by her. She can't be left alone by herself, so she has to be in the cage or kennel, whatever you want to call it, for pretty much the entire day. So I want to make sure that she gets as much playtime and running as she can in the morning before we head out, because again, it's just kind of just stuck there. I'm gonna go with the bronzy shade right here. I think it's called Lucky Penny, if I remember correctly. Before, I had like an eyeshadow collection. The only eyeshadows I owned were these two right here, and I didn't really even use mattes. I would just grab like this on my finger and put it all over my lid, and then just grab a brush and just blend the corners, and that was my eye look, and that was all I would wear. So these shades are so old, and there's so much product in them. They're good quality. The problem really is just that Sephora is not cruelty free. Well, the Sephora brand isn't, which I wish it was, but because I remember I used to buy a lot from the Sephora collection before I knew, like, I really liked their lip stains. What else did I like? I liked their foundation. I had two foundations. I had their powder foundation, and I had their liquid foundation, and both of them were so nice. They were so good. The liquid foundation is, at the time, it wasn't as popular. Everybody was like going for like this really matte look, but it was more like natural skin, semi-matte. It reminds me a lot of the hyaluronic acid, but not as hydrating, from ColourPop. So it reminds me of this one, but it's just not as hydrating. And then their powder foundation was so nice. I really enjoyed it. I ended up buying two shades, and one of them was my wrong shade, and the other one was correct, and my wrong shade was the right shade for my little sister, because I was using that shade as a bronzer, because I was like, well, I'm gonna have to make it work somehow. So I was using it as a bronzer, and yeah, I just ended up giving it to my sister. My sister also fell in love with that powder foundation. It came in a compact. It was just so good. It was so nice, and I don't buy it anymore. Although I will say I do like the Bare Minerals quite a bit. That's the only other powder foundation that I've tried, and maybe I should wear that today. No. Don't deviate from the plan. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Oh my gosh, what? Look at that. I have just glitter all over my face. Okay. Great. I should put a glitter glue. I haven't worn that shade in a long time, and honestly, underneath everything I'm gonna wear, you probably won't be able to tell, but I'm gonna try to wipe some of it off. Nope, nothing is coming off. Well, it is what it is, I guess. Okay, how does that look? I feel like I'm needing a little bit of that darker shade on this side. Just a little bit. There you go. And I'll just blend. Alright. Okay. Done with the eyeshadow so far. Again, pretty simple look. Not breaking the wheel. Just wanted to look a little bit together. So anyway, in preparation for today, I took out all of that stuff for my, what's it called? From my backpack and put it in a purse. I was pretty excited about that. And I also washed all my brushes and all of my sponges because I was like, I just don't want to worry about nothing, essentially. So I didn't want to worry about nothing. So I spent hours washing my brushes. And that being said, I washed my brushes not too long ago, and yet again, it was, I don't understand how it takes so long to wash makeup brushes. I was there for at least 2 to 3 hours because I watched 8 episodes of the Gauntlet 2 from the challenge. My boyfriend has Paramount Plus, so I was just playing like old seasons of the challenge, because if you don't know, the challenge is by far my guiltiest pleasure. It is my favorite reality TV show, and I don't really watch that many. I just watched the challenge. I used to watch Are You the One when that was around. I was never really too much of a fan of what's it called? The Real World, or Road Rules, I think it's called. I was never really a fan of both of those, but the challenge, I don't know why. Even though I know Road Rules is pretty similar to the challenge, I don't know. I never was really that much of a fan. Doesn't that make the world of difference with my dark circles? Oh my god. How crazy how much that changed things. Okay. You're gonna be able to see, but this is honestly the best shade match for me. It has like peachy undertones. Okay, I think I might have put a little too much. Wait. It has like peachy undertones, but it's still warm tone. But it's really neutral with peachy undertones, so I think it just hits it right in the nail. What are we doing on time? Don't want to be late on my first day. Okay, no, I still got like 40 minutes. Sorry, 30 minutes. So we're good. We're good. We're just gonna have to speed it up. Anyway, so I was watching the challenge because all the challenges, because I honestly feel like I started watching the challenge a little bit late. I was like in middle school when I got into it, but by that point, they already had so many seasons out already. And I don't know about you guys, but I've been loving to watch the All-Stars because it has like all of the old, not old, but the previous challengers that we haven't had in the past. Because now there's all these random people from like Big Brother and like Floribama and all this kinds of random ass stuff. I'm like, who are you? I'm just so confused where all these people are coming from. Well, before you had to be in the real world, fresh meat or road rules to be able to like be in the challenge. So I'm excited for that. And anyway, they're having a lot of those folks back, and so it's people that are, you know, a little older. They're in their 40s, and they're still, you know, competing and stuff like that. But at least they're competing with people that are in their same age group. But those are still really intense challenges that they're doing. I've always been really curious to know how quickly they film those. So I feel like they have to film like in the span of like 2 to 3 weeks, and then just like one day challenge, one day elimination, or maybe even Sunday eliminate challenge in the morning, elimination at night, and then just every day. I'm so curious to know how the timeline of creating a show like that is like. Did you see that? Just blend it right into my skin. Perfect match for me. Okay, start putting. I got the wrong concealer shade, and y'all are about to see that. No words can explain that. It balances out once I put my other concealer, because I have so deep, what's it called? Dark circles. I do put quite a bit of concealer on, and I know a lot of people are not doing this triangle thing anymore. And honestly, I feel like if you don't have as deep dark circles as I do, I don't think it'll be necessary for people to do that. But because I do, and they hang so low, I feel like I have to if I want to cover all of them up. So there's that. So I put 2 concealers, and this one's more neutral, so it kind of balances it out. And then this is it. It's a bit of a spoiler for my project pan. That's all I have left, which I'm super excited about. And yeah, that's it. Just a little something. Oh my goodness, I can't see. Okay, there it is. This is my favorite brush for cream contour. Okay, so anyway, I cleaned all my brushes. I'm getting like really sidetracked. I'm telling you guys, I'm so nervous to go to my first day. I don't know. I honestly just like don't know what to expect. It's completely different fields from what I was doing before. So that makes me a little nervous, and also really exciting to go to a new job in a different field. Mostly because I was wanting to switch things up. So I purposely took the job knowing I'm going to be in a new field, in a different field. Because I had another opportunity that would be similar to what I'm currently doing, and honestly the opportunity was really good. It offered more money, but I just wanted something different, a new challenge, and that's what we're doing. That's what's happening. Oh gosh, I feel like I can't talk and blend at the same time, so I'm gonna come right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sure you've noticed, but my filming schedule, or my like uploading schedule, was really off last week, and I think I only like posted like twice. I ended up posting one on a Wednesday, which is never a day that I really post in, and then on yesterday, Sunday. And it's honestly because the reason I wanted to leave my last job is because of a lack of work-life balance, and this last week they worked me to the bone. So I didn't have time to film anything at all, and if I did, like, I was coming home at 8 o'clock at night almost every single night, and I was like, this is exactly why I'm leaving. And I'm like, it just like cemented everything that I was thinking that I needed to do, and I was like, yep, this is my time to go. I'm still having such a hard time getting product out of this thing. So again, if you know how to remove that stopper, please let me know, because I've tried and it's just not happening for me. And I don't know why I can't do it. I'm just struggling so bad with it. Anyway, but I'm just excited to start an opportunity that allows me for more work-life balance. So I'm expecting my videos to get back on schedule and be able to film more consistently. I always try to shoot for Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays uploads, and this week's gonna be a little weird because I'm filming this on Monday, and I'm planning on putting this on Monday because this was supposed to be my Sunday video. Because my Sunday video was supposed to be my Thursday video, and my Wednesday video was supposed to be my Tuesday video. So, everything just got a little bit out of whack. So I am planning on filming this, posting this later tonight when I come back from work. I don't have powder. So, it'll be up later tonight, which is fine. It's fine. And I plan on filming tomorrow because I think I have a project pan update tomorrow, but you know, all the extra time I can get on a project pan, I'll take it. And I think pretty much all of this week is going to be all project pans updates because I think my deck of panning's coming up on the 20th. I have my rolling 5 project pan that's coming up. I think that's going to be the next one I do. And then I have the advent calendar. And I feel like I'm missing one more, but I can't think right now. We'll find out. I have to look at my schedule. But I have quite a few project pan updates coming up, and I think it's going to be an exciting one. I was actually able to finish quite a bit of product this time around. I know it looks like I'm putting a lot of powder in, but I'm really not because I squeeze my sponge to try to get as much out as I can, and then I put everything concentrated around in my under eyes because that's where I have the most concealer, and I just want to make sure my concealer doesn't crease. And then if I have any excess, which a lot of times I don't, I just kind of press it all around and everywhere else, but a lot of times it's just me pressing like an empty sponge. I have really dry skin, so I try not to overdo it with the powder. So there's that. My L12, perfect. I do, after I do that, because I'm not trying to bake it or anything, I grab my number 7 powder, and with that same powder kind of remove the excess powder. I know that sounds like counterproductive, but I swear it works, because a lot of times if I just go in with a brush and I start swiping, it'll like stick to weird places, and I don't know why that happens, but it does. But if I go with a slightly powdered brush before, then for whatever reason it doesn't. I honestly don't know what the secret voodoo stuff is happening there, but somehow that's happening. Oh my goodness, my nose is so dry. I'm having a dry patch on my nose. It's probably a good thing that we have the mask wearing situation, although I don't love wearing the mask, but obviously if it's part of the regulation, I'm not gonna fight with them. I don't like wearing the mask anymore. I'm vaccinated. I've been blessed. I've never, not once, gotten COVID, and I'm, knock on wood, keeps that way, right? I honestly don't want to test it. I'm gonna go with Tan again and just put it as my lower lash line. And I'm gonna try my best not to make any weird faces because I know that I do that all the time. But anyway, at my previous job, they had just removed the mask policy like 2 months ago, and then I'm going right back to it. Which again, small sacrifice. If it makes everybody else comfortable, they'd rather wear it, then so be it. I know it's not gonna kill me to wear a mask, but I do want to make sure that I'm wearing a lot of matte colors. It helps a lot that I have a lot of liquid lipsticks in my project pans right now, so I can just, wear a liquid lipstick and not have to worry about transfers and whatnot. I believe I have 3 liquid lipsticks in project pans right now, which again helps a lot. Just gonna put this in my corner. Oh, hello. Okay. I'm using my tablet camera. It's a pretty good camera for the most part. Before I bought an actual camera, that's what I used, and I feel like the quality of the video was just fine. It's just that editing is such a hassle, and it's so difficult to do editing with this camera. But because my actual camera does clock out, not clock out, but it stops recording at a certain time, I knew that I couldn't necessarily use that one for this because I knew it was going to take me long, the timer, and before it shuts off, and I don't know how to change it off. I honestly don't know how to use that camera. I know the very, very basics, and that's as best I can do. I'm gonna put mascara on and I'll be right back. Okay, mascara's done. Having to do a little fixing, so nope, that's not it. Where's my thing? So I know a lot of people use these for their eyebrows, but I use them actually to fix my mascara. Because a lot of times if I get clumps, I go with the spoolie side, and if I have little marks like I do here, Then I wait for them to dry, and then I flick them off with the top of this. And sure enough, it came right off. Perfect. So that's what I use mine for, because I've been blessed. I have good eyebrows, so I just put like a brow gel and call it a day on my eyebrows. So I don't really need brow product brushes to do that. So I've been blessed. Thank goodness. Well, it's a blessing and a curse, because before I did laser hair removal, oh my goodness, shaving was a mission. I swear to God. I just had so much hair that it was such a mission just to get, you know, the hair off. Like, oh my God, if I had a pool party, oh my goodness, the hassle. All right, I need a brush for bronzer. I'm not gonna show you guys because I'm actually pretty exciting. It's a pretty exciting update for this. I just want you guys to be surprised at the thing. Although I gave it like a little preview at another video, it was not what it was right now. So it looks pretty exciting right now. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of bronzer. I've mentioned this before, bronzer is not my favorite. Like, and it's not to say that I don't like bronzer, it's just not my favorite thing in the world. I'm more of a blush girl. I think it's all about blush. I think blush makes it more natural. I think sometimes bronzer and contour are a dead giveaway that you're wearing makeup. Granted, I'm wearing a bunch of shadow and everybody can tell from how I'm wearing makeup right now. But like, if you're trying to do a no makeup look, I think the best thing to do is go with like a cream bronzer or a cream contour, and that's it. And go to blush. You can even do highlighter. Just don't go with a little bronzer, because that's, again, a dad giveaway that you're wearing a lot of makeup. So when I do a non-makeup look, that's usually what I do. Just bronzing a little bit of this, of that. I'm gonna grab a big fluffy brush to blend my bronzer with. It's fine. It should be fine. Alright, now we go with some highlighter. So I'm gonna go with my Fenty Beauty one. I did end up repressing it, and let me tell you, I think I repressed it harder than what it was, because I am making almost no progress with it. So that one's gonna be kind of boring when I do the update for this one. Like I said, since I repressed it, I think I repressed it harder than it was. And sometimes that does happen, but then I just put like right there, reflection. Sorry, y'all. Okay, we're almost done though. We're at the home stretch. Okay, and I like to put my blush last because I feel like it blends my highlighter and it tones down my highlighter, because I'm not a huge fan of highlighter. I'm not a huge fan of highlighter either. And I feel like sometimes that helps with that. I am gonna go with more of a peachy neutral. So these are in my, what is it? Graveyard Project pan, there you go. And this is it. So a little bit of a preview there. I'm making really good progress with this one, and then this one's repressed. Again, I feel like I repressed that one harder than what it was, but it's okay. And I'm just gonna go with a more neutral blush. There you go. I just love blush so much. I am not shy with my blush. I have a lot of steps that I do that tone it down significantly. And right now, my biggest concern is just to blend it with that highlighter, just because the highlighter can seem a little unnatural. And I feel like if you blend it into your blush, it just looks slightly more natural. Okay, I just wanted to put a little more color. I know it looks really intense right now. I can see it from the camera, but just trust me, it'll calm down. I promise. So blend, 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 blend. Again, to me, blush is one of the most important steps. Blush, lips, and eyes. Oh my goodness. I can go all day. I know a lot of people are like highlighter people or bronzer people. That's not me. Just a nice blush is everything. I feel like blush and then like a good lip gloss, concealer, mascara, and eyeshadow, and you're good. You're golden. Those are musts. I think this one's less. I'm just gonna grab a little bit more. And I know what you're thinking, like, girl, you're crazy, that's so much blush. Trust the process. Trust the process. Now I go with a fluffy brush and blend my blush out even further with no additional product. This is gonna help tone it down a little bit. I'm sure you guys can already tell. Okay, there you go. There, bam. All right. Now that all of that's done, now I need to set my face. All right. All right, give it a second for that to do something. And while that's happening, I'm gonna take out my little brow gel thingy. And I just used the one from ColourPop. It's just really just to comb them and make them somewhat stay. It's not too of a cold, like it doesn't hold them too well. It holds them enough, but that's really all I need. I don't need something cray-cray. And then gives them a little bit of color. It is a tinted one, but that's all I do for my eyebrows. Done. And then with my sponge, I'm gonna set the product down, and I feel like this gives it a little bit more life and it makes it look not as powdery. And also while we're doing that, it's settling the blush even more. It's making it look a little bit more natural and not as intense as it once did. I will say though, in person, it doesn't look like as intense as it does in the camera, but regardless, doing that again settles it in, makes it so it doesn't budge, doesn't move, makes it look less powdery, and again, it just further blends that that highlighter into the blush. And it also tones down the highlighter so it doesn't look powdery and glittery, and it looks more, oh gosh, Jesus. It looks more like an actual glow. Okay, I think all I'm needing next is my lips and my eyeliner, and I got 10 minutes, so we're doing really great on time. All right, I'm gonna actually not do this because I find it like it freaks me out when I see it on camera, so I'm gonna pause, do this, and then be back. Okay, I went ahead and did my lip liner as well, just because, let's be honest, I was not gonna be able to talk through that. So yeah, I did overline a little bit, but that's okay. It happens. It was an accident. I was trying to balance it out. And that's it. Quick. Perfect. And that's my finished look for my first day at a new job after almost 5 years. So I'm excited. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I'll keep you guys updated on how this new job's going. Fingers crossed it all goes really well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.